Day 7 of my 21-day fast. Wow, I've been a busy boy all day today. Started out this morning, went to the clinic, got an IV, sat with Dr. Juan, and had my blood work looked over. And I'll show you the labs in a second. They're phenomenal. Crazy. And then we had some meetings this afternoon discussing our local business group, entrepreneurial group, and some ideas to help me build my brand and help people in their health journey and just teach people about all the stuff that I'm learning. I am just so excited to see what's going to happen in the future. So I'm going to go through my blood work here and tell you guys what it was and how the results compare to my old ones. All right. So let's give you a little bit of backstory here. I started fasting September of last year, so it's been almost 1 year. I was doing every other day fasting from September up until December. And I lost, I think, about 40 to 50 pounds at that time. And I went from probably 370 down to 320. And in January, February, March, I was doing 3-day fasts twice a month or so, just trying to improve my blood markers. And it worked. I got down to 300 at one point, bounced back to 310, back down to 300, back down up to 312, which I was recently. And then I started my 30-day fast about 3 weeks ago. Went for 10 days, went to the doctor, had an echocardiogram done. And, the doctor saw that clot, kind of freaked out on me and said, "Hey, you need to stop fasting." So I stopped for 2 days, but then I saw Dr. Raul Moreno, my longevity doctor, and he's a huge fan of fasting. And he said, "Oh my God, I wish you didn't stop. I would love to use you as an example of what fasting could do before we do stem cells and exosomes." So I said, "Okay, let's go back on a fast." So now I'm on day 7. On day 1, I did get some blood work done. And here are the results from that blood work. I'm not going to share it all. This page is in Spanish, so I'm going to translate it. If somebody really wants my blood work, you feel free, and I can send screenshots over to you. But this is just crazy. So my triglycerides right now are 77. Now, a year ago, my triglycerides were like 146, and which is on the high side of normal. 150, the range is 30 to 150, and my triglycerides right now are 77, which is pretty darn cool. I'm pretty excited about it. Now, my uric acid is at 5.2. The range is 3.5 to 7.2. So very good. Now, these 3 I'm going to tell you, I was kind of worried about because I am fasting and these 3 tend to get depleted. But I've been very good about adding these to my water, as I am right now. That's why it's a little bit cloudy, because I added these to the water that I'm drinking. So the first one is sodium. Normal sodium level is anywhere from 135 to 145. And right now I'm at 141. My potassium is 3.73 and the normal range is 3.5 to 5.3. So perfect. Even my magnesium, 1.6 to 2.5 is normal. I'm at 1.7. He said to add a little bit more magnesium to my water. Explains why it's a little bit cloudy and the taste isn't all that great, but you got to do it. So I also put magnesium cream on my legs that I make. We make our magnesium cream for our business, Sobata Natural. So I just use our cream, and then I put DMSO cream on top of that, dimethyl sulfoxide. And what that does is it draws the magnesium through your skin rapidly. So I do that right before I go to bed. If you guys want to, you can make these things at home. If you would just spend 1 hour, you could have all the magnesium cream or magnesium spray with water if you want, and the DMSO cream. You can have it all done in 1 hour, and just getting off your butts, finding the good recipes and making these things for yourself. So that's what I'm doing. And, imagine I've fasted 17 days out of the last 19, and all of my minerals are right in line where they're supposed to be. All right. I do need to raise that magnesium a little bit because it is on the bottom. The range is 1.6 to 2.5. I'm at 1.7. All right. My creatinine level is at 0.95. The range is 0.5 to 1.5. My glucose level is a 112. Range is 70 to 105. So that was a little bit elevated, but wait till you see what's coming in a second. It's pretty freaking cool. I am not a diabetic. I'm not even pre-diabetic anymore. But today when I did my blood work, for some reason, my glucose level was a little bit above normal. 7 points, nothing drastic. My total cholesterol is 160. Between 60 to 200 is considered normal range. A year ago this time, I was 240, 250. Now I'm 160. I am not taking a statin. I'm just fasting. Now, my LDL cholesterol is a 111. That range is 0 to 140. My HDL, which I've always had a problem with my HDL. The doctors say it's genetic. The range is 40 to 200. Is 33. And I understand my high density lipids should be higher. Look, I have fought and fought and fought. But when I was in the Navy back in 1993, when I had my blood work done, the doctor's like, oh, your HDL is kind of low. And it's been like that ever since. I think 42 was my baseline for many years, and now I'm at 33. I'll try to figure out a way to get that up. I'm not quite sure how yet. I haven't done the research. This is pretty low for me. Usually I'm right around 40. Maybe the fasting has something to do with it. Who knows? My hemoglobin is at 5.3. Normal range is 4.2 to 6.2. And VLDL, which is very low density lipids, is 15.4. The normal range is 5 to 30. So that's right dead center. All right. The PCR test, they do this blood work with PCR, and it came back 1.96, which is totally low risk of cardiovascular disease, which is kind of weird. Here I suffering from heart failure, and then the test comes back as that I'm very low risk for heart disease. Actually, sorry. It's 1 to 5 is medium risk, and I'm at 1.96. All right. Just trying to get the relevant stuff that people understand here. I got so much blood work here. My liver tests were phenomenal. Doctor said I have no fatty liver. There's no sign of fatty liver whatsoever. And I attribute that to the fasting. Since I've fasted probably 60 total days in the last year, when your body is fasted, it goes and finds deposits elsewhere in your body that it can use up. And I think one of the first places that gets used up is the energy that's stored in your liver. And if you eat 3 times a day all the time, guess what's going to happen? You're going to get that problem in your liver. You're going to start getting fatty liver disease. And so many people in the Western world now have fatty liver disease, but it's one of the easiest things to cure. Just stop eating. My hematocrit, 36 to 55 is the normal. I have 51. Let's see. What else would you guys know? What else? My white blood cells, all the different types of white blood cells are perfectly fine. My insulin, 6.6 is my number. You want to be 0 to 30. I got no problems. It looks really good. Now, I don't even know what this was called. I don't know what this is in Spanish, but it breaks down to NT-proBNP. This is the peptide in your system that shows that you have heart failure. And when I originally had heart failure back in October 2024, my score was a 1,300. Right now, my score is 438.7. 450 and above is I'll have a problem before the age of 50. Well, I'm below that now. So it's a small probability of a heart issue. So that is lowering. I mean, I was 1,300, guys. When you're above 900, probability of heart issues between the ages of 50 and 75. And that was me. I was 50 years old at the time, and I was having heart failure. And now I'm at 438. So my score has gotten much better. I need to get that below 125 to be in normal range with 0 risk of cardiac congestion. All right. That's just a protein your body emits when you're having issues with your heart. And I'm still in the mid range there. And I don't expect that to go away. Just got to deal with it. My A1C was a 5.1. Yeah. Score. So pretty exciting results there for my blood work. I hope that it just keeps improving. And I think it will. I mean, just using these 2 products right here, just using these 2, I think are helping me a lot in that matter, as well as the fasting. The fasting is absolutely free. And then this cost me, $3 a day to take care of the insulin spikes and eating better when I am eating. So my blood work is just showing phenomenal results. And what I'm also taking the natto. So right now I'm fasting. The only thing I'm taking is my natto. I told the doctor, he's like, "Oh, I don't want you taking anything." I said, "Listen, I have a blood clot. I need something that's going to break down fibrin. So here we go." And if you did take you need to be taking natto. I don't care who you are. You need to buy this stuff on Amazon and start taking it. I take 16,000 FU per day. The clinical dosage that you see is about 10,500 units FU unit. They call them FU. And I'm taking twice or two pills. So that's 16,000 FU per day. One in the morning, one at night, just because I don't want any risk of that clot causing some major issue in my heart. They say in a couple weeks, it should be gone. We will see. I have about 8 to 10 weeks before my next echocardiogram. I'm pretty sure it won't be there. If it is, I'll let you guys know. It is something that does worry me. And hopefully I can get rid of that soon. So yeah, great day. I am pumped, meeting after meeting, hanging out with the doctors. I'm talking crypto, getting ready for a meetup tomorrow. My wife and I are putting on a local meetup at Cafe Unido tomorrow here in Panama City. And then next Saturday night, I have an entrepreneurial meeting where I'll be, talking to people about setting up their businesses, a U.S. corporation. It's an entrepreneur get together, a bunch of people with businesses and stuff. Well, we have a meetup once a month, and that should be quite interesting. So that's what I'm doing, guys. I'm staying busy. I might be fasting, but I have a lot more time to work because I'm not cooking. I'm not making anything. I'm not eating. All I'm doing is drinking some water. If you guys find this motivational for you or you want someone to help guide you along, feel free, reach out. And I'm happy to work with you at patreon.com/no permissions. Cheers.